I got another story time with OneMan. This one is about wrestling. All right, most people that know me know that I'm a wrestling fan. I'm actually the biggest wrestling fan that I know. And if you know me, I'm the biggest wrestling fan that you know. It's no debate. Because I still to this day watch. I watch WWE, which is, and I'm talking about Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. I watch AEW, and I'm talking about Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage. I'll slide some Impact / TNA in there every now and then. I watch NWA, and this is like no exaggeration. I watch some New Japan Pro Wrestling whenever I get a chance to, but I never miss like WWE and AEW. And all three of them got 3 shows. I never miss the pay-per-views. But let me tell you, even if basketball is on, and I love basketball, basketball is probably my favorite sport. It's either basketball or MMA or both. Now I'm gonna go with basketball. If football and wrestling on at the same time, there's no question it's gonna be wrestling. If basketball and wrestling is on at the same time, it's still no question I'm gonna watch my wrestling. Now, if LeBron is playing and wrestling is on at the same time, I'll flip back and forth, or I'll get 2 devices. Cause I'll get I'll watch on the TV, watch on the iPad, or watch on 2 iPads. But that's like if LeBron and wrestling is on, I'll watch on 2 devices. But if let's just say the Suns is playing the Clippers and wrestling is on, I'm gonna watch wrestling. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about just on 1 device. I know I could break out 2 devices. Sometimes I will break out 2 devices for that, but I'm gonna watch my wrestling. And now let me tell you how it started. You gotta blame my grandma and grandfather. And the reason I say that is because my youngest memories of watching wrestling is like on like my grandma's lap in front of the TV or my grandfather's lap in front of the TV. Probably like 2, 3, 4 years old watching wrestling. And like, I've been doing that ever since. My grandma, my grandfather, my uncles watched it. Like, my Uncle Joe will still watch it. Like, if it's on, he'll watch it here and there. My aunt would watch it here and there. My mom would watch wrestling. Like, my mom watched wrestling. We watched wrestling. My brother watched wrestling. Now, my brother, he'll still, like, catch wrestling here. Like, he can miss wrestling. It don't matter to him. It don't matter to him. He can miss it. Like, a week or 2 or 3, it don't matter to him. But he's gonna watch wrestling. He watches wrestling. He texts me to this day, like something that happened in wrestling, as if I didn't see it. He'd be like, oh, damn, such and such broke such and such neck. Sometimes I don't even text back, because I'm just letting him know. By not texting back, lets him know that I've seen it. But sometimes I text him back and I'll be like, no. So, you know what I mean? So my brother watches wrestling. Now, people know, like, I'll not go out, or I'll stay in the house to watch my wrestling. I gotta see it. When the wrestling shows come here, every AEW show that came here so far, I seen everyone. I ain't see every WWE show that come here, because they always come here and I don't always have the money to see it. But if I did, I'll go watch every show. I done took my kids to wrestling shows. It's just in me, man. Wrestling is in me. I even, me and my dude, Boss Black, we even went to a local wrestling show here. It was called SPW, Southside Professional Wrestling. I don't even know if they still have it. Haven't seen it in years. But we went to a few of their shows, and one time they even let us have a class there, teaching us how to fall, teaching us how to run the ropes and stuff like that. So I'm a real wrestling fan. Like, I know people that are wrestling fans, but they're more of wrestling fans from back in the day. Like, even my cousin Quan watched wrestling. That's my first cousin. But like, a lot of people are wrestling fans from back in the day. I am the biggest wrestling fan that anybody that I know, no. Is no bigger wrestling fan than me, and I put that on everything. It's like, all that back in the day wrestling stuff, you already know I know that. But I know all the wrestling from now. I know the world champion in NWA right now is EC3. The world champion in AEW right now is MJF with Jay White holding his belt, stole his belt. The world champions in WWE is Roman Reigns. Right now, I'm talking about is right now. This is out. This is the day after Halloween, so this is November already. That's crazy. It's November 1st, ain't it? Already. Time is flying. But Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion. Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. The champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling is Sonata. That's his name. Sonata is the world champion. So you can't. I'm the biggest wrestling fan everybody knows. So sometimes I'm even subscribed to Reality of Wrestling, which is Booker T, his own wrestling promotion. I'm subscribed to MLW, which is Major League Wrestling. I'm subscribed to that. And I know Alexander Hammerstone was the champion. I know he lost it, but I can't think of the dude name because I haven't watched the MLW show in a long time. So I can't tell you. I know it's a black dude that's the champion. Can't tell you who that is, but at least I even know that. I'm the biggest wrestling fan, and I can debate with anybody. There's nobody that I know is on my level when it comes to wrestling knowledge. And what I mean by that is, again, everything from when I was born and even before that, a little bit before that, like NWA, AWA, I know a lot about all that until right now today. People don't keep up with it like me right now. A wrestling pay-per-view come on, I'm not doing that. I'm not going outside to do nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm watching my wrestling pay-per-view. And if I do go outside, I'm going to be watching it on my phone. You know. When I go to my son, I leave my son game. Sometimes my son game might start at 7 o'clock. It might take a whole hour. So now wrestling is on by the time I'm getting back. I'm watching wrestling in the car until I get to the TV or the tablet. So that's what it is. You got to blame my grandmother and grandfather. And a funny story about my grandma, right? My grandma thought wrestling was real. I think the day she passed away might be the first day she probably didn't think wrestling was real. That's how much my grandma thought wrestling was real. And she always hated all the bad guys too. If you was a bad guy and you jumped people and stuff like that, she hated you. She's screaming at the TV. Don't he got friends? Don't he got somebody to come out and help? Look, wrestling is in me. So that's my little quick story about, I know y'all keep hearing the phone vibrate, but that's my story about wrestling.